Right, first off, can you hear me? Can you hear me, mother? I know, Grumpy, welcome in. Let's get a whiskey for the Grumpy Scotsman.
Drink! Take! House! Drink! Drink!
And of course a quick shout out there. There we go, all scrolling elders with rims and stuff. And as you can see, there's a cup of coffee coming in and out of shot, so that's always a good one. Heather, you darling, how are you doing? Our first princess of the day. Let's, rimming elders, I mean, crikey, whatever floats your boat. Heather, you know what's coming. Dots, und dos tres, really, baby. Holy moly, everybody wants a Heather tea. And Redo says, blimey, you're more than welcome, Heather. Redo says, systems has currently missions I'm doing is a straight line, 1 to 7, and vice versa, getting around 760,000 credits out of this minus the cost of the fuel. That's not bad. Right, let's get rid of this starting soon, because we're not starting soon. Hopefully the music's alright. It has been provided by the lovely Zap Anderson. Twitch.tv, Zap Anderson. Yes, indeed. Well worth. In fact, it was on live last night. I missed it. So we need to get our straps on. We've got our little strappy kit. So, and yes, it is attached to something other than thin air. So we'll pop that on. Bear with. Takes a little while to. And the sound will go a little odd because I've got to move away from the microphone to actually do anything. But the first fun is we've got this little thing, which is to stop the CPU getting curved. Bit loud, thank you, mate. I will reduce that. Let's bring that down. How about that, mate? Is that, yeah, because that's what I want to know. Because as you know, I normally don't do music, but I suddenly thought, with sort of probably me just doing stuff in the back, in shot, there might not be a lot of talking. So I thought just to save people, so I grabbed a bit of Zap's music. Hey, right, okay. So yes, in fact, I'll have another. And there is a bit of delay on the camera because I had to up the resolution, otherwise you were getting very blocky stuff. So let's have a look at this. Now this actually does come with some Thermalright paste, but I've got some MX. I think it's either MX4 or MX5. So that's very kind of them anyway. Very kind. I might not be using that one. And a little... Oh, look at that. An Allen key. Everybody needs an Allen key. And then this little plate. And that completely replaces the thing that holds down oh, blimey, I can't remember what you call it, but the LGA holder that comes with Intel puts uneven pressure on it. So the idea of this thing is it's even pressure and it stops any buckling and malarkey and stuff.
Hey-o!
Hey-o! Hey up, Twindex! Let me bring that music down a little bit more, bear with. There we go. There we go. Let's get a brewage for our Twindex. There we go.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
Guaranteed to blow your mind. Right, so we've got plastic. We've got bits and bobs. And wow, gotta love the instructions. That's it. That's your lot. That is your lot just there. That's it's take that one off, put that one on. There we go. Brewing some Coke, exactly. I tell you what, it's the first day it's probably been bright enough to do this. It's been quite frightening that the it's been that grey during the day. Yeah. Anyway, let's get this little boxy open. I think we got some bits underneath. Oh yeah, all sorts of bits underneath. More bits and bobs. No idea what that is, but oh, an M2 locker. Ah! Oh, blimey, a DVD? I didn't know they did those anymore. More nuts and bolts. With some instructions. Right, we've got lots of instructions, we've got lots... Oh, we got a little badge. Look at that, MSI badge. Ooh, lovely. Warranty card. An installation guide. In every language you can... Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, yeah, no. No, yeah, yeah. Quick installation. Lovely. Bottom left. 1700. Oh, top right. Okay. So it's looking top right for the doofer dangle. Presuming it's that way round, so we'll have a go. Here goes nothing. Hey, Buzzcat, welcome in. Sorry, I keep missing stuff. Welcome in, Buzzcat, and upgrading the old PC, Grumpy. Laptops aren't. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do this with a laptop, to be fair. Right, Buzzcat, let's get you a nice cup of coffee. There we go.
Smooth.
You've been buying bits yourself. Well, the prices seem to have come right, don't they? They've sort of, you know, I've been saving up me little, you know, me Twitch payouts and bits and bobs, and yeah, it's all right. Yeah, that's a good point, Ephesus. Yeah. That is a bit of a monster to fit inside a laptop, to be fair, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Can't even get into the packet. Ha-ha! go. That's a little beauty. So we're going to be removing this bit here. Yeah, I think that this bit now, got a sneaky feeling, yeah, this bit's going to stay on, isn't it? Right, here we go, unscrewing things. Redo says, also can't remember if I'm logged out of the game, the missions can... Yes, they do. They do redo. Yeah, if you log out of the game, it will carry on. So yeah, if it says you've got 7 hours, if you come back in 8 hours' time, you've lost it. Odd Angry, yeah, yeah, breaking lots of things. Let's get you a... Oh, I tell you what, we haven't done a Milo yet. Let's get a... If I can actually find the bit to do it. Milo for Odd Angry. There we go.
Look at that. See? Nice and easy. Easy, creamy.
So I'm just going to check this again. So looking at this, that's the other way around, Right, think I've got it. I think I've got it right. Bit tired, recovering after a long last week. Happy to see. Oh, thanks, Angry. Well, I hope you're all right. For next stream, oh Grumpy, I'll refund you that. I'll refund you that. Let me. There you go. There you go. Oh, blooming light's going now. I'll put that down. Anyway, so. According to. Yeah. Okay. This is where we. Oh, the thing is, I'll probably forget. You know me, Grumpy. I'll probably forget. So we're just being really gentle here, a corner at a time. Right, that's that bit out. Not too bad. Just going to see if a bit of light might help. Bear with. That's made. Makes a little bit of difference. Upgrading the old one. Upgrading the old one. Well, I've done a lot of... I mean, to be fair... hang on, bear with me. I have been using some YouTube stuff for replacing of bits and bobs. Yeah, Twindex, this is, I think you missed the explanation, but basically, let me go back, bear with. It's a bit of a jerry rig, this. So, yeah, this little bit here replaces the Intel holder, because with 12th gen, that holder tends to basically make it all yeah, it's replacing the mounting completely. So now for this bit next, this is going to be interesting. There we go. Hang on, let me catch up with chat. If I'd known you were doing a PC upgrade, I would have made my unopened i7 I have in the cupboard. That's very kind of you, Grumpy. I mean, I've been saving up. Yeah, been saving for this for a long, long time. So, right. She's in. Or he's in. There we go. Highlander! How you doing? It's lovely to see you all here. It's going to be a bit of a boring stream, but I said I'd do it, so... right, what are we going to get? Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to get another whiskey. There we go.
Drink! Take! House! Drink! Drink!
And another shout out for another of our elite dangerous brethren, sister in binary, non-binary, biological, non-biological beings and non-beings. No worries. Right, so now... Oh. Hang on, Harry Seagoon. Have I done something? Hang on. No, I think we're still alright. Managed myself between the mail shot in humouring and the holosis. Oh dear, redo. Right, so the next thing is to put this little baby on. Which I'm presuming... If I can find the instructions. Just got to make sure I get it the right way round. It was underneath, wasn't it? Right, I'm pretty sure that edge there. That feels, yeah, 2 M2 slots, whatever next. A bit of a show off there. Right, I'm just going to double check what this says, so bear with, we're going to go over to the old Webinator. And we're just going to check what this says. Let me... Yeah, I'm just worried you might hear, it might be a bit echoey, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go.
It's shipping pretty simple packaging, so it comes in one of these, and then there's gray, which you see here. There's a black option here. They all look the same in every way except for the color. There's red that you see here. It's a really nice red, actually. And then there's a blue option, which we have mounted to a motherboard right now, and you see that here. In addition to the colorways that they offer, it comes with a thermal paste syringe that is honestly mostly empty. It looks like it has a lot more paste than it really does because the plunger is almost all the way down. You get maybe a gram or a little more down here, and it comes with a Torx driver that you're going to need to tighten the screws. Now, the Thermalright frame colors are nice, and they do look good when installed on the board, but ultimately you're not buying this for the looks, you're buying it for function, and you won't even be able to see it once it's under a cooler anyway, unfortunately. But you can rest assured knowing that your build looks cooler than the next person's in ways that nobody can see or qualify. So they'll just have to take your word for it. The big topic between these two competitors is obviously price, because the Thermal Grizzly option here is, again, at $35, even if you look at a more generous price point of $20 on the Thermalright one, $15 savings is pretty significant difference, like 50% when you're talking at the price point that these are at. So there has to be a difference. And the one that at least Thermal Grizzly would market the most heavily would be quality. Thermal Grizzly's biggest claim with its contact frame is that the tolerances are extremely tight. They claim no greater than a 40 micron difference in the thickness of this frame from unit to unit, and that affects the mounting pressure and how it all works. Meanwhile, Thermalright, well, we tested it and we'll get back to that. Now for Thermal Grizzly on these, the way they talk about installing it is by doing a witness mark on a screw, which we actually show in footage with Mike from our team, and then aligning it with one of the tick marks on the Thermal Grizzly contact frame, which allows you to get a pretty good estimation for torque without having a torque driver, even when you're running default settings and not overclocking. So Mike can take it away.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve. We're going to be going over the installation, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some of the differences between this contact frame and the Thermal Grizzly frame that we reviewed previously, and sort of what my end user experience was when I was testing this frame. So if you haven't already seen the Thermal Grizzly review, you should go back and watch it. This installation segment is going to be a little bit more brief and not going to have quite as much detail as the Thermal Grizzly review did. So be sure to check that out. So I'm going to go ahead and place our frame down. And now the frame is marked with the same indications that the CPU has for the right corner, the little triangle that they put in the corners. But again, the holes are offset, so you can't orient the contact frame incorrectly. It just won't, the holes won't line up and you won't be able to install it. Now I'm going to place my 4 screws in their respective holes. And I'm going to start walking them backwards. And by backwards, I mean counterclockwise when looking down at the top of the screws. And what that's going to do is it's going to give me an audible click. And I'm continuing to move counterclockwise here so you guys can hear that click. But this is a way to prevent cross-threading. And we went over this in the Thermal Grizzly, but it's a very important technique to use, especially with these finer machine-threaded screws. And I'm going to give it about 90 degrees from when I hear that audible click. And I'm going to go catty corner or diagonally across the CPU here. And I'm going to do the same thing. So there's the click. It fell. The threads are falling into place. And I'm going to give it about 90 degrees there. I'm going to move across here. Do the same thing. 90 degrees. And our final screw. And 90 degrees. Now I'm going to go through all 4 corners and continue to slowly walk these in. And the reason I'm doing this in segments or 90-degree increments is it's going to prevent the frame from becoming off-tilted or walking unevenly down towards the CPU, right? So I'm slowly lowering the CPU. Ideally, in a perfect world, we'd have 4 screws that we could turn simultaneously, so the frame would sink down on the CPU evenly. So now that we've got resistance on all 4 corners, we're going to start tightening down in smaller increments. And I'm going to do that to try to avoid over-tightening again and walking the frame unevenly down on the CPU and creating uneven contact with the pins. Now, Thermalright, unfortunately, doesn't provide any torque specs or guidance on how to do this process. Their instructions are picture-based, and they basically show you where the screws go and then show you the frame fully installed. While testing this, went until I hit a hard wall of resistance, and then I did not actually tighten into that hard wall of resistance. So I guess we could break it down into sort of 2 different steps. Right? During the initial installation, while we're walking it down, there shouldn't be any resistance, right? We walked our screws backwards, we got them to thread properly, and then we lowered the frame down onto the CPU. And then as soon as we hit that resistance, we slowly walked it down further until we hit a hard wall of resistance. So, and once we hit that hard wall, I didn't tighten it down any further. Because of the resistance of the pins pushing the CPU back up, it's creating tension on the frame and it's going to keep it locked into place.
Right, let's see if we can give that a go. Let's get back to stuff. Here we go. Oh, 0 degrees out there. Where blimey? That's not good friendship. That is blooming chilly. That is. Blimey. Stitcher Frankenstein being upgraded because, yeah, I tell you, well, that is a good point. Yes, it's gonna have to have its name change, isn't it? Yeah, refreshing. Stitcher, you darling. Let's get an easy creamy Milo for our Stitcher.
Look at that. See? Nice and easy. Easy creamy.
And our Specky. In fact, let's get an orange mocha frappuccino with extra jitterbuggery.
Orange mocha frappuccino!
For the European truck jagger.
Yeah!
There you go, stimulating European trucks. 2 of the beggars as well. Excellent, nice one, Redo. There we go. Right, so let's get those screws and let's give this a go. So these are the original screws that came out of the original mount, so we're reusing those. Right, we're in. Now for the screwing! Hey! I haven't got Innuendo Jones. Hang on, let's start Innuendo Jones. Oh, I didn't think I'd need Innuendo Jones. Bear with, there we
Slot
go.
it, Daddy.
Oh, I love it. Love it when a plan doesn't come together. Right, so this is going to be quite boring. Just waiting for Innuendo Jones to appear. There we go. There's Innuendo. Lovely. It's Innuendo Jones.
Not that Jones, the other Jones!
I think I pulled out the last millisecond.
Oh, I tell you what, I hope we don't have to pull out at the last millisecond. Oh, excellent. You got, yes, you didn't get a fine. Nice one, Redo. Do you know, my life is full of putting things down. And I mean, there's not much room here to put things down. Right, I'm just trying to find me Allen. Oh, hang on, here it is. Here it is. Got me Allen key. This is where the fun starts. There we go. Right, so backwards first. Oh, I'm not hearing a click. Not even feeling a click. Hang on, I've got a horrible feeling the back plate might have slipped off. Let me just move the coffee. Oh, and I am all strapped up as well, so yeah, strap up, lad. Yep, the bottom plate's kicked off, hasn't it? Aha! Aha! Got that one now. 2 more to go.
Oh no! Run!
Okay, we're all waiting. And Jess Evans, welcome in. Sorry about that. Let me just sort out. I do apologise. Yeah, building, upgrading the old, the old back plate. Jess, you darling, let's get you a blimey, our third princess of the day. Let's get a chocolate for our Jess. Dos, dos, tres. Really, Billy. Holy moly, everybody was a Jeffrey Evans. And Redo asks, why does Frontier go to make it a hassle just to activate a copy of Elite Dangerous and Odyssey expansion? It's a weird one, isn't it? It is a strange one. It is a strange one. Right, let's we're going to do quarter turns on each one and then go diagonally across. And that guy said until you hit that resistance and don't go any further. So here we go. Eyes down for a full house. It's screwing time. It's Innuendo Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
He came through the keyhole in my house. We immediately...
He must be very small.
We immediately locked up Lorne, my wife's knicker drawer. I thought, he's not going in there.
No.
I'm going to do a 90-degree turn each time. Redo says, I brought another copy of Elite and Odyssey expansion for a secondary account, which I need to get into that account more. Yeah, that can be a bit of a pain. I'm not sure if there's if anyone knows of an easy way around it, do pop up in chat. That one's getting stiff already. Oh, stiff already. It's Innuendo Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
You go home and the wife says, what do you... I want the sausage in the hole. That rock and roll. Let's do that.
I think we're reaching resistance. Yeah, Nanya, do you know, you could obviously see me pause there, couldn't you, Nanya? Let's get a quick orange mocha frappuccino for Nanya.
Orange mocha frappuccino!
Extra jitterbuggery. And a shout out. Definitely the advice needed there. Hey up, Lazarus, welcome in. Soon, my fellow, says Nanya Degenerate, soon we'll see your glorious knit 4K 100. Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, Lazarus, let's get you a brewage. We haven't done a brewage for a while. There we go.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
Right, I think we've hit the end stop. I don't want to really tighten it anymore. I'm using it, sort of, I would say that's as low as it's going to go, but I'll just double check. Yeah, I reckon that's in there now. That's a good start. Jesse says created a second Windows profile for the PC, and then you should be able to switch between the two without much issues. I have a secondary, but my prime is Steam, secondary is Epic. Oh, good thinking, Jess. Yes, 2 different profiles because it will save your bits and bobs. Yeah, good thinking. Good thinking. Right, now the next problem we've got is the cooler. There we go. Redo says, I made Frontier account so I can log in through Frontier, and I brought Elite Dangerous on Epic, saw both copies. Yeah, I think what Jess says would work even with, because you would have one account that when you log into it would be, say, Epic account A, and then when you logged into the other account, it would be Epic account B, and all your passwords and stuff should be saved separately with each account. You know, basically, you know, just setting up another user. I think that's what Jess is pointing at. Oh, that's a good point, Highlander.
Slap it, Daddy.
I don't know about that, Highlander. And Mad Seeker and Evil Snowball. Blimey, O'Reilly. Let's get an evil mocha.
Orange mocha frappuccino!
Extra jitterbuggery. Oh, I spoilt your spank there, friendship. You go for that spank again.
Oh, c'est bon. Every night I like to get inside her.
No, Mad. Well, it's an impromptu
Slap
stream.
it, Daddy.
There we go. A good spank there for our Mad Seeker. Yeah, I think what Jess is saying should work. Yeah. Because if that's the way Jess does it now, even though it's Epic and Steam, I wouldn't think it would... Excellent, Goglu, thank you. Bind files are no problem, you're a sweetheart. Goglu. Let's get another orange mocha frappuccino. Blimey, O'Reilly.
Orange mocha frappuccino!
Extra jitterbuggery. And another shout out for another of our Elite Dangerous brethren, sister in binary, non-binary, biological, non-biological beings and non-beings. Right, let's have a look at this cooler. We can get rid of this bit, don't need this bit anymore. Yeah, I was going to say that is the easiest. You actually use the launcher. Yeah, I must admit. I mean, I actually, even though my copy came from Steam, because I've limited resources, I never launch Steam. I always launch the launcher, and he just drilled on me CPU. Oh. Yeah, no spilling. I must admit, I moved mine away from just here. You can just see it at the bottom of chat. I had it sat there, and I moved it to the other side of the laptop. If you saw the jerry rig I've got to get this down shot, it's quite worrying. At some stage, if it tips over, don't be surprised. Right, so we're going to have a look at this cooler now. You're more than welcome, French. And yeah, I tell you what, Nanya, I will be loving it. It's a massive upgrade for me. We're going from Gen 6, so a 6400, to a 12100. So, yeah, Warbucks. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, blooming Warbucks. Right, let's have a look. And this is another one that got some really good reviews. It's not expensive, and funnily enough, I got the RGB one cheaper than the... I didn't want RGB, but the RGB one was £2 cheaper on Amazon than the one without. Oh, we've got all sorts in here. All sorts in here. Redo. Finally completed the 7 missions, turned in the missions, got a good amount of credits. Oh, nice one. Let's get a hug out. There we go for our redo.
Hi, boys.
I didn't have my hand down my pants.
Good for you.
RGB makes everything faster. Oh, I love it. Right. What do we got? Ooh. Right. Oh. Loads of instructions. Very small print again. Look at that bloody lot. Deny me. Oh, go for it, redo. Right. Now, we don't want... AMD, do we? We want Intel LGA 1700. There we go. Right. Okay. LM. Blimey. Right. Okay. This looks like the. This looks like a fun bit. So we've got to do all that. Which is putting some screws in and I don't know. We'll have a go. We'll have a go.
Slap it, Daddy.
Blimey, here's all them bits I was telling you about. Blimey! And even more thermal paste. More thermal paste you can throw a stick at. Hey! Peel off before use. Yeah, I must remember to do that. Right, I think we could be onto our box of bits here. So L, we need bracket L on to back. It'll be the one with the LGA 1700 on. Even though that looks pretty similar to that one, it's got different numbers. So we'll go with the one with the right number on. Right, now we need to get the old... yeah, the holes are different. Ooh. Well, we got some 3M sticky stuff on there as well. Blimey. Right, so... we need stand-ups M. M stand-ups, which are the M ones. Ah! And again, 1700, so it's the blue ones! We want the blueies! Right. Let's, that looks good. Okay. So... Okay, yeah, I understand why it's got the sticky tape now, because it's, yeah, right. Let's clear the decks. We need to put the motherboard back in for a second. And get rid of the AMD ones. D&E. We need D&E as well. Found out the quickest way to make money at the starting point of Elite is transportation fee. Yeah, I think, yeah. It's, I like doing a bit of back and forth of the old transportation. Right. Those are for the fans, I think. Right. Let's get that motherboard back. So we do just check. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I've got it in there now. I'm just going to have to turn it over again. Mr. Hitomi! Thank you, mate. Lovely to see you. "19 months? Well, Mr. Hitomi, first of all, let's get you a brewage.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
And a hug.
Hi, boys.
I didn't have my hand down my pants.
Good for you.
And we'll round it off with a spank.
Slap it, Daddy.
But a reach around as well. 19 months. Preferred cooling pace pattern. I've seen that argued, and everyone will have a different answer. So I'm going to I'm going to refrain from answering. Yeah, oh, thank you. Remember when you had to strap yourself in to work? Well, mad. I am. I'm strapped in. I'm that paranoid. I don't want to break anything. That's why I'm... If anything goes wrong, I can watch this back and go, that's where you buggered up. Right, so it looks as though we've got to put these standees in now. Right, those is in. Hey! Yeah, no, yes, yeah. It's a strap-on! It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
Right from the word go, you have a fantastic entrance.
Thank you very much. And the show as well.
Right, I'm just working out where on these which way round these things go. It's all a bit wicky wacky Wild West, isn't it? Okay, I think I've got it. That looks about that looks about right. Hey, that came out too fast. It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
Trying an asshole is tiring business.
Right, now for some more screwing. It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
Do still have a floppy, right slice.
Right, that's looking all right. Hoping I've got these the right way up. It does show pointy bits. Not that that's very good in focus, but it just does show pointy bits up. And they're the pointy bits there, so there and there. We'll give that a go. Right, well, we've just got three more to go. I'd say it's definitely screwing. Definitely screwing. Yeah, I tell you what, I had to do it. I mean, I am a tad paranoid when it comes to electronics. I mean, I used to fix broadcast cameras down to component level, so you learn a little bit of respect, even though technically I probably don't need it, but Right. That feels pretty, that always use it, that feels, yeah, always use protection. Right, that looks pretty, pretty darn good. Oh, I can see those, I can see how it works now. Yeah, they're inside-out screws, aren't they? They're inside-out screws, those. There we go. Yeah, hey, no stripping the Brit! It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy!
Not that Jones, the other Jones!
I tell you what, I'll grow a beard.
Yeah.
Because it's in my jeans.
Yeah. It's in your jeans? What?
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
There we go. Yes, definitely no stripping. Right, now I'm going to have to clean that CPU. Oh, NetRipper. Now, the annoying thing is, NetRipper, believe it or not, my M2 drive is still in the post. It's an Mr. Anvil. It is a i3 12100 F, I believe. There you go. 4 cores, 4 threads, no efficiency cores, but it is purely for gaming. It was a cheap option to, as I say, I'm going from basically Gen 6, a 6400, to 12th Gen. Yeah, exactly. And NetRipper, I didn't get you a drink. Let me get you a coffee. Oh, thank you, Master Anvil. I did do a lot of research, but it's always nice to hear other people agree. I mean, I know there'll always be, you know, people who disagree, but it's always nice. Yeah.
Smooth.
There we go, Mr. Anvil. A nice cup of coffee. Oh, hang on. Did I, no, what about NetRipper? Did I get NetRipper? Oh, I tell you what, I'm going doolally, aren't I? Let's get a Milo for NetRipper. There we go.
Look at that. See? Nice and easy. Easy, creamy.
Right, now, bear with. I'm just going to grab some bits and bobs. Here we go. This is the cleaning stuff. A old surface purifier. There we go. Don't look at what I'm using for this. Don't look. You didn't see that, right? You probably can't tell, but believe it or not, it is a large packet of alcohol. Right, that should get rid of all the finger marks. Oh, nearly. I can still... So hang on. Let me just wait for it to dry. Oh, you can't... Yeah, can you see that on the camera? Can you see that on the camera, this ring? Look, there's a ring. Darker in the middle, then a light ring. Do you know, I'm wondering whether this has been used before. Because that looks like the contact print of a... Yeah, we can see me ring! It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
Sorry to penetrate your bolt hole.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Highlander. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Anyway, we'll give it a little bit more of a clean in that case. That's looking better. I think it'll come back a bit, but it's looking better. Yeah, it's been ringed before. Poor little devil. Now, I don't know whether to use me MX4 or... What's this one? Haha! TF4. Of course, it had to be TF4 being thermal right, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, you can hear the local boys having a race outside. And of course, the other thing I need to do is take this off and give this a clean here. Yeah, I reckon this has been... It's funny though, the packaging was... Because I can now see a little edge on it. That's looking a little bit better, isn't it? That's looking better. At least it's clean. That's the main thing. And we'll do the same with the heatsink. Same again, just a little blop on it. Crikey, you can tell how rough that surface is. Listen to this. That is... the cleaner has alcohol in it, which will reduce the surface temp of the heatsink. The ring may just be the heat difference between heatsink and the actual contact point of the chip. Thank you, the bit! Thank you, the Brit. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, done this a few times before in the past, but it's been a few years. So I'm just looking for the top before I pass out from the fumes. Here we go. Woo! There we go. Right. Do you know, I am tempted to use the compound that came with the heatsink, but I've got some proper Arctic MX5, so... Now, this is the bit where everyone's going to say I'm doing it wrong, isn't it? This is the bit where I should actually just cover it up while I'm doing it, and so nobody knows how I've done it. Because you know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to go, no, don't do it like that. No, don't do it like that. Use a cross, use a line, use a dot. Spatula it, that's the other one. giving it, yeah, a pair of boobs. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's, oh, hang on. Right. Let's, right. Oh, I've got it on my fingers already. Bloody hell. Right, here we go. We're gonna go, yeah, hey, Space Nerd! I tell you what, how close were you? Let's get a nice brewage for our Space Nerd.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
Right, here goes nothing. Now that I would say is pea-sized, which is what they normally suggest. I'm just going to clean the tube off and put the lid back on. But I've got a horrible... Yeah, enough to do 3 or... Yeah, exactly, the Brit. In fact, the worst thing is wondering whether they've gone out of date, isn't it? It's sort of like, how long ago did I last use, you know, it's sort of like, oh yeah, I repasted the laptop not that long ago, so yeah. Not that they actually have sell-by dates on them. Which is odd. I would have thought they would have gone out of doofer dangle. Right. There's enough jizz in those two. Do you know, why didn't I read the word jizz? It's innuendo, Jones. Thank you, Gloglu.
Not that Jones, the other Jones.
Right up the middle, deep and hard, and again in the brown patch.
Right, here we go. Now, I'm thinking we don't... hang on, let me just check clearance of the old doofers, the old RAM slots. Anyone got a big screwdriver? I think we're going up in size. We've got something nice and firm and big in me hand at long last. I don't think they're actually gripping. You have to bear with me. Yeah, it is more of a chisel. Okay, it's in. It's definitely in. Now, I'm not sure about tightening though. Right, bottom them out. Thank you, Goglu. That feels as though I thought if I don't have the handle on it, I've got less torque in my fingers. So that was my thought. I will just double check. Yeah, amazing how much difference even a little bit of girth makes. Yeah, I'd say, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit left on that one side, isn't there? Right, I reckon that's, yeah, I reckon that's looking alright. I mean, I could tighten it a little bit more, but I suppose what I should do is look at how the heat is. Right. Suppose we better put some RAM in. Mind the IO shield before sticking the board in the case. Not like I'm speaking for Executed. Oh, I tell you what. Yes, that's a bugger, isn't it? When you do that. Kilted, let's get you a whiskey.
Drink! Take! House! Drink! Drink!
Right, we've got a couple of RAM sticks to pop in, but I might put the, I think I'm going to put the, cardboard underneath, even though there's no components to touch. And it's a wood desk, so I don't know why I'm worrying. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, do you know, I'm so used to both sides having a handle. That really confused me. I'm like, why is this one not working? And the other thing it's not telling me, because normally I'm sure going like that, so we've got the first one and the third one should be the right way to do it, or second and fourth. That's as I understand it. So bear with. That's not very helpful, is it? 2 and 4 you're going to go for. Oh, we'll go for 2 and 4. But yeah, that's not very helpful, is it? Not very helpful at all. Yeah, 1, 3, 2, 4. Yeah, thank you, everybody. That's what I thought. Right, let's go it. Yeah, ram it in there. Lovely. Yeah, Kilted, I know. Well, you'll be even more impressed. It's, yeah, tap it with a hammer just to make sure. It'll be re. It'll be re. That's what I was looking for. Found it. Teabag it with your nuts. Hey! Right. Right, here we go. Anyone remember how these work? Kilted, it's not fantastic, but it's going to be it's a B660 chipset, 16 gigabyte of DDR. If I could actually spell 4, and it's a 12. Sorry, an i3 12100 FE, I think. There we go. Just use some duct tape. Bad dog, you tinker. Let's get a nice creamy Milo. For our bad dog. There we go.
Look at that. See? Nice and easy. Easy, creamy.
At the moment, Kilted, I've not got enough money to upgrade the GPU. So at the moment, it will be the old GPU. I'm just waiting for, you know, basically, I have to save up my money. Being on the old fixed income, it's one of those where it's like, no, I can't go out and splash out. I've got to wait until the time's right, and I had just enough for this bit. Oh, you're a sweetheart, Kilted. You're too kind. But yeah, so we're sticking with the RX 480, but it has been cooled much better. It's running now at about 40 degrees instead of 85. So I think the problems I had with that are well solved. But yeah, I can't work out how these things work. I'm gonna have to check the manual, aren't I? Oh, down there. Do. Right, let's have a tackle of this. I think this is going to go horribly wrong. Jack, welcome on. Yeah, we're breathing life into Frankenstein. That's really kind of you, Kilton. I'll to be honest, I will pass because I don't, you know, it is really kind of you. Yeah, that's above and beyond. Jack, let's get you a quick brewage.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
Right, I'm just going to see what the instructions say about doing with this malarkey. Fan clip. Oh yeah, the amount of dust that, because living in basically an attic, I get so much soot and stuff. I can't work this out. I'm sure I was doing it right, but it don't feel right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, story of me life. Yeah, exactly. I think we've got it right now. Have a look at this. I think this looks right. So we're hooked. We're hooked on that side back there. And same again there. So hopefully that's sort of, well, it's attached. Show it again, hang on. Let's have a look. There we go. That seemed to be the only way it would clip on those indents. Seems to be fixed. So couldn't really see any other way of doing it, but it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? It's one of those that you sort of do it, so do it. But yeah, I think that's almost is there. Where is the back of the fan? Here. Have I done something wrong? Do I need to put it on the other side? Yeah, that's the way the arrows were pointing. So, I mean, I could put it on this side. This is the back of the case here. In theory, I think it should be drawing through there, so it's pulling air into through there, and then the back one will pull it. So yeah, front to back. Yeah. Hey, it sucks. Hey, exactly. Whether you want to suck or blow. It's innuendo, James.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
She's evil, I'm good, and she wants to get her hands on my dick.
Right. There's the base plate we mustn't forget. So we'll pop that with that. I just want to check me dooferdangles. Hang on. Sorry about that. Just checking that the fan was going in A, the right socket, and B, the right way round. Yeah, making sure the fans are working in the correct direction, getting the cable management right so it doesn't block airflow or snag on stuff. Yeah, it's when you build it all up and you power it up and you hear a it's like, oh, what's it? It'll be a tie wrap on a fan, won't it? Ah, cheers. Thanks for that. Right, I need a new cup of tea, so let's check this uptime. Blimey! No wonder my back's feeling a bit sore. We'll take a wee break. I don't think there's going to be much more to do, because obviously I can't put it in the case on the table. Yeah, we'll have a quick little break, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Just going to make a nice cup of tea. If you don't want to stay, don't. You know, we might not be on for much longer, as we are pretty close to, I think, getting as much as we can do on the desk. But yeah, we'll have a quick break, and then we'll make our minds up when we get back.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
I like the bass. I like the buttery biscuit bass. I like the bass, biscuit bass. I like the buttery biscuit bass.
Yes, we are back. We have a fresh brew, so let me just take a quick sip of that. Oh, it's absolutely steaming. Oh yes, bit of the old black tea there. Look at that. Yes, trying to save. Have you seen the price of milk? Have you seen the price of milk? Right, I suppose I ought to put me little handy dandy back on. You know, Jack, that's probably a good idea. Anyway, right, we're all strapped up. We're strapped up. We're strapped in. We're strapped on. It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones! Oh, matron!
You matron indeed. Oh, so good. I'm gonna have another sip. So yeah, all I need to now work out is what happens with these RGB bitties, because I don't think the board has RGB. I'm just going to have a little look-see. Oh, it'll make a massive difference, Jack. I'm going from an i5... hang on, I can't even do eyes. i5 6400. So even though it's going down a step to an i3, I'm getting the 12100F. So it's sort of like 12 generations on, so even like simple things like the i5 6400 is 4 threads, 4 core, 4 threads, whereas the i12, even though it's the i3, it's 4 cores, 8 threads, so instantly multi-threading. I've doubled my multi-threading, and obviously IPC increases, etc. I am keeping the RAM from the old system, which you can just about see there. But yeah, it should be an absolute massive improvement, because I was hitting 100% on the CPU pretty much all the time I was playing. So in theory, this should hopefully stop that. Looks like the RGB headers are down here, and the cable's over here. That's just great, isn't it? So the cable's here, and the headers... I mean, I don't really want to bring it across the board here, because that'll look messy, won't it? Oh, I tell you what I hadn't thought. That's PCI slot 1, isn't it? That's... Oh, no, there is enough. Hang on, let me just... Yeah. Yeah, that should be alright. Yeah, when I get the card in, that's when it's going to make getting this on and off going to be... That's when that's going to be difficult, isn't it? But that one's a piece of cake. It's just a shame it hasn't got the heatsink. Might have to rethink that a bit. But yeah, so it looks like the RGB, there's 2 sets of RGB headers here. But yeah, the cable's very nicely tucked just here. I'm going to see if... I don't think there's enough... Hey! I don't think there's enough length to get from there to here. It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones! What do you mean by this intrusion?
No. Yeah, I think that's going to have to wait for... Because I think if I can, I'm going to try and take it from this side over here, underneath the board, to here, but I might need an extension. Let's see if we can safely... Yeah, I think the memory ones just take power, if I remember rightly, because they're only 2 pins on that one. You can't see it, unfortunately. But there's only 2 pins on that one. But this one is 3 pins with the middle missing. So, hang on. Whoop, there we go. So that one will fit on the old motherboard. Oh, I don't know. Hey, there's a bit of length on that one. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be, oh, it's going to be touching cloth, that one. An air deer now, Aero! Aero, could you easily slice your fingers on that? Yeah, I tell you what, it's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. I mean, it's, funny enough, the edges aren't as rough as you would think. So, I mean, it is a cheap thermal right one. But yeah, they're not, it's not too bad. Aero, let's get you, oh, I tell you what, let's get you a nice cup of coffee with a free biscotti. No expense spared here.
Smooth.
There we go. Hi, right back at you. Right, I'm going to have a quick look. I mean, it would definitely go across the board, but that would look ugly. Oh, tantalisingly close. Oh, yeah, it's always the way, isn't it? It needs to go on that one, and it's just not long enough. Just not long enough. I mean, the other option is to bring it along here and then down there, but this is diagonal, so I don't know. Oh, I tell you what, Aero, you're absolutely right. Yeah, when I have, yeah, I do love me Lavazza. Oh, that is, right, yeah. Oh, what a bugger. Bugger. I don't know. Ah, yeah, it's got to be... I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, I mean, even if I could really... That would be doing like a 90... Yeah. That'd be like a 90... Twindex, we were just trying to get the RGB plugged in. We've got the fan beautifully plugged in this side, right by the edge of the board. So that's like really, really nice cable management. But for the RGB, it won't reach. Just check this. Oh, hang on. That's the pump. Yeah, it's that one there. Nothing closer. Pump fan there. That looks right, but it's a Boeing. Alright, oh, rainbow! Ah! That says rainbow! That says rainbow. I think it might be a rainbow one. Let's have a look-see. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so maybe it's rainbow, yeah. Pete, yeah, if you can't have RGB, scrap the whole thing. Let's get a brew for our Pete and the apocalypse.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
Yeah, it will work without the RGB. I was just, you know what? It's like trying to find nice ways of doing things, but I think that'll work. That'll work just fine. You can hide that excess cable behind the motherboard. There we go. Lovely. Oh, I don't know how I missed that. Especially I was looking for RGB, not rainbow. There we go. Lovely. Right, so it's just these two, but I think these ones, yeah, from what I remember, I think they just need SATA power. They're not sort of. But yes, we'll have RGB RAM. We'll have RGB bouncy things. It's well sexy. We're gonna have another cup of tea. Oh no, redo! I tell you what, now that's oh. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we have got to that stage where it really does need to go in the case. Do you know, I could have a go at putting the case on the desk. And Father Bill! Hey, I tell you what, there's been a lot of YouTube videos, Father Bill. Let's get an orange mocha frappuccino for our Father Bill.
Orange mocha frappuccino!
And of course a shout out as well. There we go. Definitely now. Yes, playing Elite Dangerous. I mean, poor Father Bill's popped over here and gone, no. Nick Dangerous. Not playing Elite Dangerous, but we have been quite dangerous. Look, we've got a cup of tea. We've got a cup of tea near the motherboard. Which, to be fair, actually isn't dangerous because nothing's actually plugged in. So even if I did spill it, it would be fine. No sugar or anything like that in it. Nalea, you little beauty. Crikey, I think you are our 4th princess of the day, Nalea. Dos, tres. Really, Billy? Holy moly, everybody was a Nalea. Oh, they certainly do. Yes, both Nalea and our Father Bill definitely playing Elite Dangerous and not mucking around with computers. So I reckon we're getting there. We're going to have a little look, see if we can get this new... Now, it is a new case. It is a new case. Don't get too excited. I brought it Christmas 2019. Yes, that's how long I've had this. Almost 2 years old, this case. I redo, yeah. I tell you what might be worth trying redo. Is one thing is log out, log back in again. Because you might need to reset the instance if the thing you're looking for isn't in there. It's not one I've had for a long time, but I certainly know in the back of my mind. Redo that, whether you do a log out, log back in, it shouldn't affect the mission, but just check with everyone else here. Ah, there you go, Aero. Thank you, Aero. It is the Sahara case to index. Aero says odd loot everything you can find and then relog. Everything will be gone apart from the thing you want. Thank you, Aaron. There you go. Yeah, you don't want to lose that sort of money, do you, redo? I mean, no, it's pretend money, but as you say, it's sort of like, hang on, why am I... It's the game's fault, not mine. A bit like my dude wears me crate when I paid a fine and then they took the ship off me. And then I was chasing it around the galaxy. Ended up in jail twice. Right, so yeah, let's see if we can go. I'll unplug myself for now, so... We're just going to unplug the old doofadangle. We're going to see if we can get the case on there. I don't think we're going to be able to, but we will have a go. We'll have a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You know, that's what they say, isn't it? Now, I have to be careful with me back now, so if you hear a scream, it might be the end of the stream. Now we'll... Oh, camera's wobbling a bit. Right, so yeah, you can see a couple of fans at the front. So this is the front here. That's the top up over there. It's just unfortunate I could only get it one way round, so I'm just gonna unpack the shield. It's for gaming, Aero. It's purely for gaming. It's the stream stuff is run on my old I mean, this is a joke, a 2014 MacBook Pro. But yeah, obviously costs a lot of money back in 2014, but still going very, very strong. So yeah, that's what we're actually streaming off today. Obviously running, I say obviously, but yes, it's running Windows. We don't do Mac anymore. Oh, I tell you what, my back's definitely telling me I've been a bit of a naughty boy. Right, let's see if we can get this little bugger in. Right, December 2020. Oh, right, only a year old then. Less than a year old. Oh, hang on, are we on? Yeah, we're on 22, aren't we? Blimey. Right, now for the motherboard. This is frightening. Yeah, exactly, Aero. Yes, I think this is where you can break little pins off, and all of a sudden it's worthless. Right, let's see if we can get some more screwing. It's innuendo, Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
Also, if you have a telescope, Uranus is visible too, just near the. Did I say that near the horizon? I'm going to stick with weather.
Number one in. Don't know if you can see that, but we have got little washers, little rubber washers on there as well. That's 3 down. Last one coming up. Oh, you buggers. Yeah, my hair is a bit of a mess. I forgot my head was popping into shot. Right, I think that's all the screws. Even tells you which memory slots to use first on the motherboard. That's a nice. Oh, I didn't even see that hero. Right. Get me away from me. Lovely. That's the ATX. I see a screw hole right hand side. Yes. No, it's for different motherboards. There's actually no stand behind it. And Mike, welcome in. Let's blimey. Let's get we're going to be running out of tea today. Let's get Mike a nice cup of tea.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
Yeah, good spot there, Twindix. I did take a double take, but yeah, it's because this will do. I think up to full ATX. That was one of my mistakes. I brought a slightly too big a case. Oh, me back. Oh, blimey. Blimey, the old back's giving me a bit of jip there. Oh, it's like, don't keep bending over, Lambert. Don't keep bending over. Blimey, O'Reilly. Right, we are getting there. Unfortunately, there's a little bit more got to be done on the old cable management. I'm just trying to spot some stuff. Yeah, I definitely think I need to put it in a comfortable spot. I've managed to, the only thing I can't sort out at the moment, hang on, see if I can feel my way across, is it that one? Yeah, is this little baby here, which is the power on, power off buttons. That's an adapter that's on it, but yeah, I might have to separate that. Because I've got a sneaky feeling it's not in the same arrangement. But we'll have a, as I say, we're getting pretty close. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't think it is. I am going to remove it, but I just want to make sure I'm putting the right bits in the right place, if you know what I mean. Hang on. Yeah, I must have a quick look at the old instructions, just see if there's. I don't think there's anything about that. Yeah, we might have to. Check the old internet. Hang on. Here we go, I'm staring at it. Right. JFP1. Aha, here we go. Oh, blimey! Oh! Mecca, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. Sorry, I was just sorting out some wires. Got the old sweats going. Stinky as well. Right, let's get a Milo for our Mecca.
Look at that. See? Nice and easy. Easy, creamy.
Wine for Stinky.
Get in. I'll tell you what. You know what that means.
And
Cheers.
not forgetting a G&T for Mrs. Stinky.
I was in Colby.
And finally, our fifth princess of the day, Katie. Dos, un, dos, tres. Roly poly. Holy moly, everybody was a Katie Chaos. I tell you what, if the DMCA weren't such a pain, yes, Bob the Builder does, it comes with a free fuel scoop. Sorry I've missed so much. I'm just trying to get these connectors here all in the right place. Right. That's for the GPU. Just that one little one there that won't... there's one SATA cable. Yeah, upgrading with that dodgy tech I found at the old... at the old Guardian site. Jeez Louise. Well, I think we're nearly there. Yeah, there's one SATA cable, which it doesn't, well, it does, depends which drive. If it's connected to the, oh, in fact, no, I've got to do a whole reinstall, haven't I? So, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I'm going to have to do a whole reinstall. So, yeah, that doesn't actually matter. Right, I suppose I could get rid of the cables for the RAM RGB. Yeah, very close. Because Ephesus, when you change CPU and motherboard, Windows will throw a wobbly, basically, because it'll go, no, I'm expecting to see this motherboard with this processor, and all of a sudden, because when you do an install, as I believe it, initially it'll be Windows 10, Aaron. Initially it'll be Windows 10 because the CPU doesn't have efficiency cores. But yeah, in the future, it could be a case of, it's i3, it's a baby i3 12100 Effekins. Yeah, there you go, mate. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's linked to your hardware, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's Yeah, I mean it's worth a boot up with the old disc on, isn't it? I mean there's no harm in trying. Yeah, it's yeah, I think we've done pretty well there actually. Last time I did a swap, it was fine, says Ephesus. What were you going from, like, really old to really new? That's the, cause I mean, my major thing is I'm going from 6th gen all the way up to 12th. So it's a massive jump, which I would think would plus the other machines are Hewlett-Packard. And I think Hewlett-Packard will definitely have something written in there that goes, no, this is not a Hewlett-Packard motherboard. So, you know, that's, as I say, we'll give it a go. But yeah, there we go. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, I did think it was, you know, if you keep the motherboard, it probably, I think the motherboard's the biggest thing, isn't it, that upsets it. Yeah, and of course my old machine didn't support Windows. In fact, none of my, this will be the first machine that actually supports Windows 11. Every other machine in the house, you know, hasn't got the TP2 or whatever it is, TAP2 or whatever it is. Yeah, I do log in with a Microsoft account, Aaron. If you're going MD, I'd say reinstall, but you may get away with it. Yeah, exactly. I think a reinstall is probably the best way to go. I say, you know, just to get it up and running, make sure I've not made any major. I mean, I haven't even got a screen for it yet. I need to get that set up because it's a major. Yeah, I've got to wait. Unfortunately, the M2 drive was RMA'd over a month ago, and I was told it was out of, the return was, you know, accepted, but they were out of stock. But with it, you know, without checking the emails, I'd say it's probably been a couple of weeks. Yeah, exactly, Jack. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the Microsoft one should work, no worries, shouldn't it? So yeah, I think we've done pretty darn well there. Yeah, so it's just get the old GPU in and fire. Well, get me little monitor out and fire it all up. But blimey, O'Reilly, I don't know. Can I get a better shot of it? Does that? Hey, there we go, bit better. Yeah, I think we probably have, haven't we? I think that's, well, that's going to be a major old upgrade for new case, new motherboard. I mean, in fact, the only thing that's the same, we're still using the RX 480, but it's liquid cooled now. There we go. Yeah, it's we put a liquid cooling adapter on it, and it brought the temp. It was basically temping out at 85 degrees C, and we got it down to under. I think the most it hits about 40 now, which is an amazing difference. So even though it's an extreme, but that will be the next thing on the list. We'll be getting a new card at some stage, but. As I say, I mean, I knew there was no point putting a faster card on the old CPU and motherboard because the CPU was already 100% out, you know, flat out with the RX 480. So I might, you know, I'm not expecting to see any sort of massive increase. What I would like to see is the CPU not topping out at 100% all the time. You know, every now and then, yeah, fine. Plus, I think this one is a much faster processor as well. Yeah, exactly, Mecca. That's one of the I mean, I did all my research. I mean, it's a bit like, in fact, if we go over. Oh no, this is where it gets a bit messy. Hang on. No, not that one. Yeah, no, it won't get messy. There we go. So yeah, we did. We made sure that we've got all the Stinky. Oh dear. So yeah, we've got a playlist. Hang on. So yeah, there was that one on the Thermal Right cooler from Gamers Nexus. Motherboard, that was from Hardware Unbox. Hardware Unbox again, doing a review on the 100. And yeah, there was one, because I was thinking of getting the 12400, but they did an overview again. Gamers Nexus, okay, saying, you know, budget king, and again, Hardware Unbox thermal tests, and the particular board I went for got really good. You know, they basically put a 12900 in it, and it was the only motherboard that didn't shut down due to overheating. Not that I'd put a 12900 in it, because you're not getting all the overclocking, but you know, it was just the fact that, you know, it's obviously got good VRMs and all that malarkey. Oh, thank you, Aaron. That's good to know. Yeah, I think it is one of those things, isn't it? It's always, I think it's getting, you know, it's always very personal how we do these things, isn't it? They're very personal. Down the road, you have an easy CPO, because yeah, it will take the yes, exactly, Mecca. That was my thought. Yeah, exactly, Jack. I mean, I was very close, because I mean, 13th gen is out now, not the lower end ones. They're expected, I think, at CES at the beginning of the year. But yeah, it is one of those where, you know, it is, you know, by the time you get all the info you need, it's sort of like, So yeah, my thinking was exactly what Mecca said, was, you know, yeah, down the road I can just swap out, even if it's to like a 13600, you know, just to get those efficiency cores and extra threads without having to place the RAM, the motherboard, the heatsink, power supply and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, say, because it's purely for gaming, it is, you know, it's not it's all not all singing, all dancing. But you know, again, you know, like with the heatsink, I could have gone with the Nate. How you doing? Welcome in, Nate. Let's get you a quick cup of tea, Nate.
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
But yeah, I think that's. Oh, blimey, I just heard. I don't know if you heard that. It was some rather squeal of brakes. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's give out some biscuits. Oh, and I've got hiccups now as well.
I like the bass. I like the
buttery biscuit bass.
I like the bass.
Blimey, unicorn still here. God bless her. Right, so I think that'll probably do us for today. We are back to Elite tomorrow.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, who's dropping bombs in there? How about a courtesy flush?
Yeah, I think a courtesy flush. Well, I'm not going to tell you what happened to me at 5 o'clock this morning, but needless to say, it involved rest in peace, the courtesy flush. Oh, you Kremen, you were. I tell you what, Katie, you were close, but no banana. There he goes. Well, do you know I ducked even though I'm not on camera? Yeah, man, unfortunately. Thank you, Aero. It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you. I was very surprised how many of you came to be here. I mean, there's 28 of you. You absolute nutters. Right, well, I tell you what. Who should we go and raid? Let's have a look.
It's spitting!
Oh, is Father Bill still on? No, I don't think bear with. Let's have a look-see. Let me just reload who we can raid. Let's have a look. Oh, Commander Hatch, maybe? Maybe Commander Hatch. Holly's... we did Holly the other day. Yeah, why don't we do Commander Hatch? It would be nice to bump them up a bit, wouldn't it? Thank you all. No, I will have a great rest today. We will hopefully be, probably not tomorrow, working on the new machine, but we'll do that thing where we do things. Right, let's get this raid started. Let me just check one thing. Bear with, I do apologise. Here we go. There we go. Yes! Oh, great! This will be wonderful to do Commander Hatch. This is getting Commander Hatch back. So C, M, a D, R with a H and an A and a T and a C and H. Thank you all. You all have a great day. We are going to raid out to Commander Hatch. They gave us a raid, I believe, on Thursday last. Yeah, exactly. Let's get Commander Hatch back. Exactly. Hey, it's Innuendo Jones.
Indy! Not that Jones, the other Jones!
Every now and then you find a big one.
Every now and then you do find a big one. 21, 25, 26 out of 28. You request dogging, exactly. You all have a great rest today. Let's raid Commander Hatch.